Life is full of ups and downs, but life doesn't wait. It moves on, and so should we. Some people get hung up over their past and it haunts them. When we try to better ourselves and move on, a lot of things shroud our minds. Things like self doubt, fear of failure, or repeating those same mistakes, anxiety. All these things weigh us down. It's a domino effect. And what happens is, as soon as these things take over our minds, we fall into things like despair, procrastination, laziness, constant stress, and much, much darker places. But we don't want that, so let's turn the light back on. Sometimes we forget that everyone is susceptible to making mistakes. Those mistakes are there so that we learn from them and never make them again. No single successful person in the world was a one-off. Nobody got it right the first time. Thomas Edison, the man who invented the light bulb, actually failed 1,000 times before he was successful in inventing a functional light bulb. But in his words, it wasn't 1,000 failures, it was 1,000 steps in the invention of the light bulb. And step number 1001 was the final step. So when you slip or when you fall, make sure to get up and keep going, because that's part of the journey. It's not a hindrance. If anything, falling or messing up is going to make you more impervious to failing again. It should not be replaying in our minds and causing us stress. Behind your future success, there's going to be a ton of places where you had messed up, but that's okay. It's normal. A fall or slip is just like a momentary pause in our progress, an opportunity to recharge and reassess before continuing the climb. Especially in regard with God and spirituality, people fear many things. Discovering or rediscovering God are some of the most magical feelings in the world, and they're often ruined by these dark thoughts. Some think that they're not worthy, and others start to think about what society would think of them after witnessing their past mistakes. They hide behind their dark pasts as though it's going to protect them. But we just have to remember one thing. Prayer, God, and spirituality has nothing to do with other people. It's a matter between you and God. And one of the most beautiful things about God is He quite easily puts things behind Him. There's nothing too large or too serious or too major that He can't ignore. And this is something He says Himself. In His own words, He says, "O my servants who have committed excesses against their own souls, despair not of the mercy of God. Surely God forgives all sins. Verily He is most forgiving and merciful." So remember, don't let a mistake or a slip stop you from moving on. Realizing that we made a mistake and learning from it is a huge step forward.